Welcome back, everybody. It's Jeff again with J&K Stay in Vegas with another episode of Walk with Jeff. I promised you in a previous Walk with Jeff episode of another area that's just across the freeway, about a short 5 to 10 minute walk across the way from Durango Hotel and Casino right there, that there is a whole other shopping area, and I'm going to show you that today. So without much more talking, let's get to going. There's our 30 minutes right there. Hopefully you can see it in the sun. But I want to show you this area on our next Walk with Jeff because there are some new establishments, new restaurants, all that stuff that you may want to get out of the Durango to go see. I mentioned this on the previous video. There's this large IKEA here and this huge Ashley furniture store. They just did build this in the last 6 months. And this IKEA has been here since 2014, so it's been here quite a while. This is a big deal in the area when it came in. But if you look right through there, to give you perspective, oh yes, that is the Strip over there. Looks like Wynn and Encore. About a 20-minute drive from the Strip to this area where Durango is. And again, with our previous video that I showed you and our Walk with Jeff, showed you some of the areas of the uncommons that's across the street from Durango, some of the pros and cons of over there. If you haven't seen that video, go check that out on our channel after this one. As you can hear and see, this is a heavily trafficked area since we got the 215 freeway right behind us. And this again is Durango. And this goes all the way north and south through the valley. It does cut off towards the north end, and then it restarts again. And it goes way up in like Centennial Hills and northwest Las Vegas. So like I was saying in our Movie Monday videos, when we're traveling here on Durango, that a lot of our streets go all the way through north and south with a few exceptions, and east and west, as they build out Las Vegas. There's still some patches of dirt that doesn't complete the road necessarily. And so those are still to be done, but for the most part these days, most of these streets go all the way through north and south and east and west in the valley. Now, if you don't know why they don't go all the way through, check out those Movie Monday videos and I'll explain why. It's like the whole drop-off. All the semis for IKEA here. Trucks only. So kind of giving you this locals perspective. But again, if you are, say, coming to Vegas, and you want to not stay on the Strip, so like if you've been used to Red Rock Casino, like staying out there next to downtown Summerlin, we did a video on that as well. But if you want to try something different, in the southwest part of the valley, you may want to check out Durango and see what's around here. Now, admittedly, as much as I do videos and content, I am sometimes guilty. Well, I got to really make sure I don't get hit here, because Vegas has these that are called flashing yellow lights. So you get to walk across, but people have to yield. Sometimes they don't even look. You really got to watch your back. So This whole area right here is brand new. It's called The Bend. And kind of like the Uncommons, it has mixed use, although as of now, there's no apartments, condos, or anything like that. I think that's coming. It's a beautiful new area, very modern design. They have a Habit Burger Grill. I don't know if they have those in other parts of the country, but they got a few locations here in Las Vegas. Had their burger one time. I don't know why I just haven't made it over there, but people really seem to like it. It is a kind of a fast food place, as they do have a drive-through. But it is over here. So we're going to explore The Bend and some of these other establishments that are kind of behind us and to the right to show you what's over here within a quick 10-minute walk from Durango. Although, again, if cars and everything make you nervous, you may not want to do this, but if it doesn't bug you, then it's here for you. Marufuku Ramen is over here. See, they got a little patio over here with nice festival lighting. Now, some of these, even though they have names on them, may not be quite open yet. So if you do want to try them out, make sure that they're completely open. They are still actively moving in. A lot of tenants are still moving in now. So it's still a work in progress, but there are a few notable places that even I've seen on social media getting very local with the For You page, so to speak. And so I'm going to show you some of those, some of the places we want to try as well. Very nice desert landscaping. Now, a lot of people might be kind of turned off by, you don't even see grass, you may not even see AstroTurf, even though they have a nice little area over here, which I'll show you in a moment. But here are some of the stores here. Mothership, you might recognize them from other locations around Vegas, and you might have even been there. But they got a salon, Freed's Bakery and Dessert Shop since 1959. Oh my God, Christina has got me birthday cakes from here. Their location used to be only, I believe, in Henderson and maybe really North Vegas. And now they have one over here in the southwest part of Las Vegas. And that's coming up over here. See this unit here? Looks like they're still doing construction and moving in. But just to give you perspective again, there is the Durango Hotel and Casino right over there. We have Freed's Bakery, Dessert Shop as they call it here, is right here. So good. Now open. The Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. I can speak for that, at least not this location, but Christine and I have had food from there. Very, very good. Try out their meat and chicken skewers. So good. And Mothership Coffee, and for a nice alternative than Starbucks. And they even have a drive-thru here. Look, have you ever seen a more pretty drive-thru in your life? Got all these trees here and bushes that surround the drive-thru. Outdoor space to chill out and drink your coffee. Now this is the place I've seen online, Union Biscuit, breakfast brunch, scratch made. So this is one of those breakfast to early afternoon kind of places. It looks really good. There's something about freshly made food that hasn't been frozen. That is really, really good. Comment below if you've got places that you like where you live. So here's that drive-through to Mothership. So yeah, right here, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. is right here, Union Biscuit. So again, this is called The Bend. Here's the front door of Mothership here. Just trying to go around these people so I don't disturb them. So as far as I can tell, at least right now, there's just some salons and hair cutting places over here.
What, Brittany? I thought Sanji was coming. Okay.
So over here, this hasn't moved in yet, dinette, luncheonette. So that was the thing that was coming soon.
No, you won't.
Oh, y'all got me off.
Oh my goodness.
So here's the front area of the Greek Mediterranean and Frieds, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. But yeah, for now, there's still tenants moving into these spots over here. So again, there's a lot coming to this area. And I've heard really good things about this Evolve Brewing project. So one of those sports bars, but brewing, restaurants, pub kind of thing, but a little bit more nicer than that, but still reasonably priced. They have some good happy hours from what I've seen. I was saying earlier, there's a barber shop, hair salons up there. And then a really nice area as we were coming over on this side, as you can see. Nice area to sit where they got the AstroTurf and everything. Well, let's go on the other side. And if you come here on a weekday, it may be a little bit discouraging because they do have a lot of construction still going on, as you've seen. Let's take a look at what their happy hour is here. Whoops.
You right?
Yeah.
What's up?
So I got some happy hour specials, 2 to 5. And a bike shop here, All Mountain Cyclery. And that's where we just came from, right over there where we were walking from. And I'm going to show you this area. You always got to look to make sure people are paying attention. I'm always looking. A lot of times people are not looking. Chipotle is over here. And they even have a drive-thru over here as well. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like that where you live as well, but there always seems to be a mattress place in all these little malls. Comment below if you get a similar situation. But if you want something quick and everything, and not fancy, there is straight down here, literally a short walk, maybe 3 minutes, there is a Denny's down there. So if you want something that's you don't have to think about, you know what kind of food is there, they got a Denny's down there. So if you're at Durango and you're just like, I'm tired of all these foo-foo restaurants, I just want some simple bacon and eggs, some pancakes. There you go. A lot of these pubs here in town, PT's Ranch. PT's is a pretty popular chain in town. They have PT's Pub, and they own, I believe, Sierra Gold. So they have all these pubs where you can you know, play your video poker while you have a drink. And that's the Las Vegas way, you know. Rock and roll sushi here, sake and whiskey lounge. Again, this whole area has just opened. Yonuts. Fantastic donuts and ice cream. Every Monday and Wednesday, buy 3 single items, get 1 free. Nice. Smash donut, $5.95 or 2 for $10. A warm donut ice cream sandwich filled with your favorite ice cream tossed in cinnamon sugar. Refreshers, looks like some good stuff. UPS store, Wayne Stop. As you can tell, a lot of cars in here. This is the brand new Curious area to check out. Let's go across the way so you can see a little better here. The Snooze Breakfast and Brunch, I've heard good things about them. Again, one of those places that's open till, you know, only 2 or 3 in the afternoon from morning time, usually around 7 a.m. So the Ortho Bar, but that is a dental place. Cute name, Orthodontics. Hot Works, Hot Stretch, and Teriyaki Boy is over here at the end. There's a couple more places on the other side too, so we'll check those out. Prime Steak, Build a Bowl, prime steak, chicken, Japanese meatballs, shrimp, salmon, seasoned tofu, vegetarian. It's like a little something for everybody. Now remember what I was telling you about mixed use space? I believe that they're going to be putting some stuff down there as well. So we've got just regular apartments here, but another phase. They haven't said exactly what was going to be here. There's supposed to be the Galaxy Theaters here. They have a location that's been there for years and years and years out in Henderson. And it's one of those theaters where you can order drinks, get service, have those big reclining chairs. And they talked about putting that here, and then when the whole situation happened in 2020, then that kind of went by the wayside. So not sure if that's still on target, if that's going to be coming in the future. I've heard that it was completely nixed out, but hopefully it's not, because that would be really cool and would be really, really well needed for this area. Whole patio out here. Even play some cornhole out here. It's a nice wide look at where we came from as well. Now I'll show you a couple areas right down here. Familiarize yourself. By the time you see these Walk with Jeffs, which we do a lot on the Strip as well, and Fremont, but I think a lot of people are very, very curious to see what outside the Strip looks like. Again, this Durango goes all the way up. It's a very busy street. Founders Coffee, another coffee place right there. Max Pawn Luxury. Not too sure about that, but you have a luxury pawn shop. But this is a highly desirable part of Vegas now, the Southwest, because you're only about, like I said, 20 minutes from the Strip. So a lot of people that work on the Strip commute. It's not that difficult. We used to live over in this general area, and if you're familiar with some of our videos, you know that I worked at the Tropicana for many years, RIP, and usually took me about 25 minutes by the time I parked and everything. So this area is very desirable because over the last decade, they've really built it up. Across the way there, you can see some bulldozers and everything. It looks like land is cleared. Not sure what's going there. Could be just office buildings. We do have a lot of those as well. And while we have a moment, I'll show you what I was talking about down here. All right, here we go. Got the light now. So you can't get away from all the loud cars, even in suburbia here in Vegas. So this road here is Sunset. This actually goes all the way down to Las Vegas Boulevard. Goes to right next to, I've mentioned it before, Town Square Shopping Center. It's an outdoor mall, very beautiful. That again has lots of restaurants if you want to get away from the strip proper. Just about a couple miles from, say, Mandalay Bay going south. So not that far. I wouldn't walk it. Maybe in the nice fall day, it might be fine if you want to get a walk in. But that is down here. And this Sunset, speaking of which, goes all the way through to Henderson on the other side of town, all the way. Got the Galleria Mall out there. I'll be showing you more of Henderson, what that looks like. I've already shown you Green Valley, at least the district part, but we'll have some movie Mondays that will take place in that area as well, so you can see what the other side of town looks like. You can already see, once you get away from the freeway a little bit, it's a lot quieter. But you still do have the occasional somebody that's seen how fast they can go on a residential street. Christina's favorite. They have this Home Suites by Hilton that's out here. So if you decide to move out here and you don't want the in-laws to be staying with you the whole time, they come right over here, stay here. So over here they have Rachel's Kitchen Express. They have Rachel's Kitchen around town. They got a lot of different stuff, a lot of vegan stuff as well. Barbecue Mexicana, right next door to that. It says open, but I don't see very many cars parked here, unfortunately. But after a while, you get used to, like, the quote-unquote I was mentioning before, the desert landscaping. But it's actually really pretty. You may not think so. And I guess, you know, if you're used to a lot of grass and, you know, that kind of look, then, you know, you may not like it. But it's actually really nice the way they do it with all the very drought-friendly plants. And a lot of our parks still have grass, so that's where they concentrate all the grass in town. So even our local parks, like community parks, things like that, they still have grass. So if you're thinking about like, wow, I wouldn't want to go and take my kids or my dog, just have AstroTurf everywhere. No, those are one of the places that we actually keep still the grasses, the community parks and everything. So here's that Denny's over here. I was saying if you wanted a breakfast or something familiar instead of all the more higher end restaurants, you can check out the Denny's right here. And again, you'll see, as if you pay attention to our walks, especially our local ones around the valley, there are still these big areas that are completely empty. And just office buildings pretty much down here. But this whole area right here is new. And I don't believe there are any restaurants or anything like that in here. UNLV Tech Park, so yeah. When we were driving around in our Movie Monday video, you saw we passed like IGT, which is one of the makers of the slot machines that you might play on a regular basis. So there's a lot of those big businesses that have moved in, and obviously it's very convenient for them to be in these areas, being that we're only 20 minutes from the Strip in this area. And that's kind of the beauty about Vegas. We're just a big, huge circle. And for the most part, and I'll stretch it a little bit, said 20 minutes, pretty much anywhere in the valley is about 30 minutes from the Strip. So whether you're southeast, way by deep in Henderson, almost to Boulder City, it's about 30 minutes to the Strip. Same way with all the way in the northwest, if you're going up to like Mount Charleston, if you're up in that community, that's one of the newest places in town that's grown over the last, say, 5 years. 30 minutes to the Strip, approximately. Now, take that with a grain of salt. If we've got some major things in town, like when we've had Super Bowl, when we have F1, all that, it's going to take you longer. Could take you 30 minutes once you get on the Strip, for that matter. And that northwest part of town is way where you can see the edge of the mountain. And it goes up there, even up to the left, up there. I'm going to do except for this guy, like literally doing 70 miles an hour. I did have a chance to go across the street. We do have some big open roads here. You can watch Jeff run across the street. So with those big open roads, we used to have a lot of these, as I was saying before, a lot of these roads that start and stop. And there'll be one example of that right up here. That's why I wanted to show you on this side. But with that comes these nice big roads. This used to be like 2 lanes on each side. And before any of this was built up, you'd have dirt that would come right out into the road, do all these, like, you'd have to swerve around all these things. Now, as you can see, it's 4 lanes up and down, up to the next major street down there, which is Buffalo. And as you may or may not imagine, this is a huge speed trap. So the speed on this road is 35. And even if you're the most diligent driver, I think 35 would be pretty slow. So motorcycle cops are nailing people left and right. Look at that, right through there. Get your bearings. There's Durango right there. Like I said, when I can and time permits, I like to go on the other side of the street, so it gives you a better perspective of where we're walking and kind of give you a broader view of the area. So right here, when I was explaining those dirt patches, we were on the other side. Now see how this comes out to the road here. But if you think about it, going down here, if you think about it, oh, look at this. We're already done. Guys, it's already 30 minutes. Well, a little extended bonus information. So theoretically, this is where the road should go, right where I'm walking. Say straight up here. But since this hasn't been built on, this will be the responsibility of who leases this land to build out the road on this side, to complete with sidewalks, infrastructure, and everything. That will be the responsibility of this tenant, say, that decides to build on this lot. And that's kind of the quirky stuff of Vegas in real estate, residential, that they have to do that. And that's why it's, like I said, not as bad as it was before, but you'll see a lot of these roads that will start and have like these one lane for just a little bit because they haven't built it out with somebody on the land. So you can see here, I'd technically be on this road like a bike lane or emergency lane, and it's just this. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed this episode of Walk with Jeff. If you did, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe to J&K Stay in Vegas. It is really the best way to support our channel is by just subscribing. It's free, and it really does help out the channel as we continue to grow a very large community now. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback on especially the local videos and the Movie Mondays, the new series we just started. And so we'll continue to do those and build out the J&K network. All right. Turn on those bell notifications to be alerted to all these videos and our live streams. And with that, as I will say, as always, stay safe and stay silly. Bye-bye, everybody.